Okay, passing under US 41 on Bowleys Creek, headed west. Dead ahead is the old marina building, which has fallen into disrepair, and what a shame that is. This was really a pretty cool piece of real estate. And this is the current gas dock. That's a Citgo at the corner of Bowleys Creek and US 41. Sells gas to cars and to boats, and the boat gas price is the same as the road gas price, I think. Anyhow, bloody shame about this. This was a trailer park and marina, and ordinary folks could afford to live on the water. Now, I don't know what the plans for development were. Whatever they were, they're probably being reconsidered. They'll have to figure something out. Because now they've gone and bought all this land and they can't sell anything they build on it. So, wish we could have the trailers back. Wish we could have all those people back. We're now at about just over 0.8 of a mile from the head of the creek. Bertram 35. Oh, 33. Duh. They wrote it right there for people like me. Two minutes west now of US 41. And this area on the right is called Hawks Harbor. All the houses built in the last 10 years, and as a result built to code, which means they're very tall houses. First floor not legally habitable or furnished. On the left-hand bank, the older homes that have been here for a while. And over our left shoulder, up that little fork, is the Holiday Inn, the old Holiday Inn, now called the Sarasota Key Club, and the big rack and stack that's on US 41. And we continue to head on out of here. That house has got a lot of roosting birds on there, and we were wondering why they like that roof so much. They're not on anybody else's roof. I'm not sure the owner's happy about that, but I don't see a lot of bird poop, so maybe he doesn't mind. But you gotta wonder what it is about that roof that they love so much. Anyway, these are some really nifty old houses. There's a nifty new house. To the right again, we're still looking at Hoggs Harbor. And that canal there gets more, basically brings more dock access to more houses in Hawks Harbor. It's kind of decent up in there. Mostly a highway for boats. It's plenty deep. There's some big boats up in there. But here we go. We're still leaving Bowleys Creek. We're coming up on 5 minutes since we went underneath US 41. There's a lovely rainbow. You can tell the tide is low because the oyster banks over there are dried out. At high tide, there is just enough water over top of them for you to think that you can get across, and that's torn up some propellers, I'd imagine. I know I've had to pole off of there a couple of times when I was trying to learn where you could go and where you couldn't go. I have a genetic magnet I got from my father that helps me find shallow water. He liked to find it with his propeller and his rudder. So I've forgotten the name of that little island there. But we're now facing sort of southwest. That's can't quite see Sarasota to the south of us. This little canal continues along the shore of Sarasota Bay, and it provides boatable water for the waterfront houses at that area, but not for very far. About as far south as Pearl Avenue, and then you run out of water. And there's the bridge, and so that's the bridge between Lido and downtown, far off in the distance there. But we are going to go to starboard and follow the big boat channel out of here into the big waters of Sarasota Bay. We're at about 1.2 miles since we left the headwaters of Bowley's Creek. About coming up on 7 minutes since we went under US 41. So if you live in one of those houses east of 41, this is kind of how you figure out. How long is it going to take you to get to where you can get up and go? It's such a pretty ride, though. I don't think you could really get tired of it. Cynthia's hiding from the camera. Looking behind us, where we came from. And don't forget to look forward before you hit something. Genius. Wow. And that's one heck of a rainbow there. It looks like it's coming to looks like it's dropping right into the water there at the north end of Sarasota Bay. But there's a whole nother area of waterfront property just to the north of these oyster bars. A little harder to get to and a little less deep water, but you can get some outboards up in there, and of course that's where the canals for Bayshore Gardens are. So we'll zip over there in a minute and see what that looks like. But here we are. This is the resume normal safe operation sign. So we can step on it right about in just a few minutes. That's Longboat Key over there, by the way, where the other end of the rainbow seems to drop. Here's the view down Sarasota Bay. You can now see the tall buildings of downtown Sarasota, the shoreline of the mainland of Sarasota Bay. And panning back, coming up on 9 minutes, and we are out of here.